in many places around Southern California this morning. Northridge gusting up to 22. Out at March Air Reserve, 28 mile an hour gusts in the last 30 minutes or so. Corona, 29 miles an hour. Van Nuys, even 36 miles an hour in just the last 20 minutes or so.
9:08 at KNX, and some publicity the LA County District Attorney didn't want this morning, and it has to do with something that happened at her home in Granada Hills. An LA leader for Black Lives Matter posted a video on social media, tweeted it out, showing that she and other protesters, she said, were threatened with a handgun during a protest this morning at the home of Jackie Lacey, the LADA. Jasmine Canix, a member of Black Lives Matter, says she knocked on the door and then talked with a man there who came out just right outside the door. She identifies him as Jackie Lacey's husband.
Get off of my porch. I will shoot you. Get off of my porch.
After a few minutes, the video shows the man closing the door. Police did show up, but there was no word of any arrests so far. Lacey, of course, has been the target of frequent protests by Black Lives Matter. She is in a primary election campaign trying to get another term. So up for re-election tomorrow. The challengers, George Gaston and Rachel Rossi. We have reached out to the Lacey campaign for comment. No comment so far from Lacey or George Gaston.
Democratic presidential candidate Elizabeth Warren is in Monterey Park a little bit later today. She is set to speak at the East LA College, where the doors are opening at 5:30. The event itself starting a couple of hours later. Last night, Bernie Sanders held a big rally. He was at the LA Convention Center.
How will Sanders supporters vote if he does not get the nomination?
Hope and momentum are high with Bernie Sanders and his supporters, many of whom are known to be passionately loyal. I asked some here at the Sanders rally a question many don't even want to think about.
Will you vote for the front runner in the Democratic Party and to just not try to split the vote?
Right, so I think it's unfortunate that we might have to get to the point where we have to vote along party lines. But yeah, I would vote for the front runner, whoever that is.
The question, I think, should be reversed. Will they support Bernie Sanders if he gets the nomination?
Many said they will make that decision if or when that time comes. At the LA Convention Center, Emily Valdez, KNX 1070 News Radio.
Of course, we will have in-depth team coverage of Super Tuesday, the voting, starting at 6 o'clock right here on KNX tomorrow night.
A lawsuit challenging the construction of the Clippers Arena in Inglewood could simply vanish.
Madison Square Garden owns the Forum here in Inglewood, and they have been fighting in court to keep the Clippers Arena from being built. They claim in part it would be unfair competition for the Forum. Well, the Clippers owner, Steve Ballmer, is trying to resolve this by talking with MSG about simply buying the Forum to end the litigation.
It's certainly an expensive fix. He's looking at building not only a fancy arena, also a training center and also some retail activity, and apparently he's decided that this is a cleaner way to go.
Economist Robert Zimbalist, he's with Smith College. He tells KNX, MSG, and Ballmer still in the talking phase, no final deal yet. Many people who are watching this do believe that both sides will come to some type of an agreement. In Inglewood, Craig Signer, KNX 1070 News Radio.
Downtown, North 110 connector to the North 101 is closed for some emergency Caltrans. We're 5 miles of heavy backup there. We'll try to help you out with that. Also a problem in Covina, East 10 before Villa Verde. More coming up at 9:15. It's 9:11.
Did you know that Southern California is a leader for motor vehicle accidents in this country? If you're in an accident, experience matters, results matter, who you hire as your lawyer matters. It's got to be Sweet James, the people's accident attorneys. Go to sweetjames.com.
There is no reason to put off that termite inspection any longer. This is the perfect time to call Pacific Coast Termite. This is Vicki Moore. You know I did it. Starts when you make the call to Pacific Coast Termite for your free, thorough inspection. So here's how it works. Pacific Coast Termite then emails you a photo of the inspector. He comes out, looks at the whole house, the garage, everywhere that's accessible, under the house, attic, crawl spaces, inside and out. And after that, the inspector gives you a diagram showing any infestations and a suggested treatment plan. And listen to this, if you're a business owner, most of the inspections and treatments, they can be done outside of business hours, so there's no impact on customers. And of course, Pacific Coast Termite's orange oil and Ultraset treatment is tentless. No tent. No move out for people or pets, no hotel rooms, bagging up food or linens. So call now for your free inspection. Plus, get 10% off your termite treatments and a 2-year guarantee on all of their work. It is worth it. Call 800-PACIFIC or visit them online or at pacificcoasttermite.com.
Restrictions apply. If your ideas challenge the status advise people you had no right advising. If you built companies and lost companies and built them again. If you've been called a pillar, a dreamer, an innovator and a genius. If you thrived in the 11th hour. If you have blown it and completely nailed it in the same day. Prepare for your next departure. Virgin Atlantic to London. Business is an adventure. Let it fly.
At CAC Medicine of USC, we specialize in treating the toughest cases and apply that same expertise to help our patients with any issue achieve the best possible outcomes. That's the CAC effect, and just one of the reasons why we're ranked among the nation's very best health systems. To learn more, visit CACmedicine.org or call 800-USC-CARE. CAC Medicine at USC, beyond exceptional medicine.
They walked in with this giant hose thing and this weird-looking mask.
I could not tolerate the mask. Clear and simple. CPAP works for some people, but not everyone. That's why there's Inspire. Inspire is a sleep apnea treatment that works inside your body with just the click of a remote. That's right, a button. If you're struggling with CPAP, visit InspireSleep.com. Inspire. Sleep apnea innovation. No mask, no hose, just sleep.
Testimonials are genuine and typical. Results may vary. Talk to your doctor to see if Inspire is right for you. Review important safety information at InspireSleep.com.
At Charmin, we heard you shouldn't talk about going to the bathroom in public, so we decided to sing about it.
Charmin clean booty, everything of beauty, so nice, so fresh, so cutie, my booty, my booty. I need Charmin glossy, got me feeling glossy. Cheeks so pretty from the nitty to the gritty, Charmin clean booty is a state of beauty, a Charmin booty beauty.
Charmin Ultra Strong just cleans better. Enjoy the go with Charmin.
So are you the type of guy that wants to look put together, but doesn't want to spend hours shopping? I hear you. This is why there's Stitch Fix, your personal styling service that delivers hand-picked clothes right to you. Stitch Fix is simple and convenient. Sign up in just a few minutes. Try new styles in the comfort of your own home, and there's no subscription required ever. So, isn't it time to refresh your look? Get started today at StitchFix.com. Stitch Fix, personal styling for everybody.
This is Southern California's only 24-hour local news and traffic station, KNX 1070 News Radio. Depend on us.
Time for Team Good Morning and Dick Hilton.
And I'm Vicki Moore coming up.
An argument between two drivers in the heart of Hollywood ends with one dead.
This Frank Motag Apple agrees to settle charges to slow down older iPhones. Another big move for the stock market this morning, this time on the upside. Your money at 9:20.
I'm Randy Cardoon. San Diego State remaining number 5. UCLA just outside of the top 25 in the new media basketball rankings. Sports in 10 minutes.
President Trump says he's going to tell truck companies to speed up work on a vaccine for coronavirus, and the CDC is talking again. We'll tell you what they have to say coming up.
Those stories are coming up in the next 15 minutes. But first at 9:15, your traffic and weather together. Every 10 minutes on the 5, brought to you by Amtrak with Jennifer York.
All right, so this is kind of weird, but we had mentioned an eastbound 10 Via Verde crash that I didn't see any slowing there. I saw a westbound slowing. Now they're saying there's a stalled rig on the west 10 of Via Verde blocking the right lane, so that's why, and they issued a signaler for it. So that's why they're slowing there, but we're not quite sure if that East 10 Via Verde even exists, because I don't personally see any slowing down that eastbound 10. Now, there is eastbound slowing on the 10 at Overland in the West LA area, Palms area, because of a rig that's conked out there as well. It's in the right lane, East 10 Overland. You've got a backup coming out of the Santa Monica area, and then the west, and then again, actually, just east of La Brea, it gets heavy heading into downtown. The westbound 10 is tough from Western all the way into Santa Monica, and I want to mention why this East 10, I believe, is so heavy. So you've got this really tough drive now approaching the Harbor Freeway on the East 10. Well, they've shut down the North 110 to the North 101 transition road. Can you imagine? Yeah, they're doing guardrail repair till 1 o'clock. So you're just slammed. Not only on the eastbound 10, of course, to the North 110, but the North 110 is tough all the way from Florence. I'm going to suggest you take some surface streets if you need to get into downtown. Why worry about driving when you can sink back in your seat and enjoy a beautiful trip along the coast? Let the Pacific Surf Liner take you to famous wineries, laid-back surf towns, bustling cities and events at the Honda Center or Angel Stadium. Check out trip options and special offers at PacificSurfLiner.com. Our next report is at 9:25. With more traffic reports more often, I'm Jennifer York at the Toyota Glendora 24-hour traffic center. KNX 1070 News Radio.
We are expecting mostly dry conditions to start off the work week. Still some light snow showers in some of our mountain areas. A winter weather advisory if you are traveling through the mountains due to the icy conditions. As far as the winds, it will continue breezy through Tuesday. Wind advisory in effect through tomorrow at noon.
Sunday. Things will warm up as we head into the middle of the week with some mid to upper 70s, but by the weekend, things will start cooling down once again. The winds will return and another shot of some light rain. With Southern California's most accurate and dependable forecast, I'm CBS 2's Olga Spina for KNX 1070 News Radio.
Currently downtown LA at 62 degrees. It's 56 in Long Beach, and right now in Van Nuys, it's bare and 60 degrees.
9:18, an argument between a couple of drivers in Hollywood last night ended with shots fired and one guy dead. The shooting started around 9:30 at Yucca near Hollywood and Highlands. LA police officer Rosario Cervantes tells KNX that one of the guys was pronounced dead at the hospital, and the other is said to be in stable condition.
We have 2 other bystanders who were also grazed by gunfire. However, they are in stable condition. The incident is unknown if it's gang-related.
Not clear if the men were in their cars when the shooting started or got out and confronted each other.
A lot of questions this morning about the man shot to death by police at a church in Santa Ana. He'd walked in with a gun after the officers got the call at the Immaculate Heart of Mary Church on South Center Sunday afternoon. One of them shot this guy near the altar, and then he ran outside where he collapsed and died. Police say there's no evidence so far that he was going to attack anyone.
Witnesses reported that he was distraught and potentially suicidal. Certainly, the officers felt that they had to shoot. This appears to be an isolated incident regarding someone who was mentally disturbed, potentially.
At the time, the church was being used as an early voting center, and everyone inside was able to get out and say.
Democratic Party's office there was vandalized with stickers over the weekend. Democratic officials say they're filing a hate crime report with the Human Relations Commission, claiming the messages on the stickers are intended to intimidate and suppress voting. The white nationalist group referenced in the stickers is a recognized hate group by the Southern Poverty Law Center.
An effort in Ventura to return a dog park to a cemetery where veterans are buried.
The park on Main Street in Ventura offers a spectacular view. And while not officially a dog park, it is essentially a dog park. People run their dogs, and dogs do their business there. But it was a cemetery with 3,000 bodies still buried there, including a Medal of Honor recipient.